They say trust isn't built all at once. It's shaped quietly in the little moments that make up everyday life. But betrayal grows the same way. When my wife joined that new gym, I honestly thought it was good for her. She'd been restless, stuck in a rut, craving change. Her trainer, Mark, had that kind of upbeat energy, always positive, always encouraging. At first, I didn't think twice. Then the subtle shifts began. She started dressing up more before her workouts, lingering on her phone afterward. Whenever I asked about it, she'd laugh it off. "Oh, please. He's just my trainer, not my therapist." But something in her eyes, in her tone, that faraway look when someone's body is present but their mind is somewhere else, told me something wasn't right. One night, her phone lit up on the nightstand. A text from M. Just one line. "Same time tomorrow. Can't wait," winking face. My stomach turned. Instead of confronting her right away, I chose another path, one she would never see coming. I found Mark's wife on Facebook, Claire. She looked kind, the sort of person who still believed in people. Family pictures, weekend hikes, 2 kids. A woman who trusted easily. I sent her a single message. "Hey, Claire, just wanted to thank you for sharing your husband's attention with my wife. She really appreciates it. No accusations, no evidence, just truth disguised as courtesy." It didn't even take 10 minutes for everything to implode. My wife's phone began ringing nonstop while she was still in the shower. Mark first, then again. By the time she came out, wrapped in a towel, her face had drained of color. "What's happening?" she asked. I played dumb. "You tell me." She stared at me, then back at the phone. "Did you do something?" I didn't reply. Her phone buzzed again, this time a text from Claire. "You home-wrecking liar. He just confessed everything." I watched my wife's expression fall apart. She started pacing, whispering, "Oh my God, over and over." Her hands trembled as she tried to call him, but he wouldn't answer. I sat quietly on the edge of the bed, feeling something I couldn't quite name. Not triumph, something heavier, quieter. Because even after all my doubts, part of me had still hoped I was wrong. Later that night, Claire messaged again. This time, her words weren't angry, just tired. I deserved honesty. Thank you for giving it to me. She had no idea how deeply that hit me, because that's all I'd ever wanted from my wife, honesty. When my wife finally broke the silence, her voice was small. "It wasn't what you think," she said. "He just made me feel seen." I nodded. "And now?" She didn't answer. She just sat there, realizing the man who'd made her feel seen was gone, and so was everything she thought she wanted. The next morning, the silence in our house was unbearable, heavy, humming through the walls. She moved slowly, like someone trying to gather pieces of a broken life. I made coffee, not for her, just out of habit. When she finally spoke, her voice trembled. "You embarrass me," she said softly. "You could have talked to me instead of doing that." I almost laughed. Talk to you. The irony was suffocating. I tried to talk so many times, but she only ever heard what she wanted. And now that the truth was out in the open, suddenly I was a villain. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I just looked at her and said, "You built this yourself. I only pulled away the shadows you were hiding in." She cried then, not the gentle, regretful kind, but the kind that comes when you know the story's already over. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. This wasn't revenge. It was clarity. That night, she packed a bag and left for her sister's. She didn't ask if I'd be there when she came back, and I didn't promise I would. Days passed. Claire reached out one more time. "I'm focusing on my kids now. Hope you heal too." It's strange. 2 strangers tied together by betrayal, finding more honesty in a few short messages than we ever had in our marriages. People say chaos destroys, but sometimes it just uncovers. It strips away illusion until all that remains is truth. And in that truth, I finally found peace, not because I won, but because I stopped clinging to someone who was never really mine to begin with.